Another way that you can make buttons is to use buttons that are located in the common libraries. And you'll find that under Window, Common Libraries, Buttons. There are all sorts of preset buttons in here. Look through the different buttons in the different folders and see which ones would be the most appropriate for what you are doing. Right now I'm going to go ahead and use some of the playback rounded buttons. These have a very good look. They're a little bit, well, they're like game buttons, but you can always adjust them and edit them to make them fit into what you're doing. But we'll just go ahead and use one. Let's see. We'll just use playback green. And so let's do a green play button. Come on, library. Okay. So we'll use a rounded green button and we'll drag that into the library. And if you open this, you can see there it is, rounded green play. And let's do a rounded green, let's see, could use a stop. Back sounds good. Rounded green back. Okay, so now we have two different buttons that we can use. If you drag them out next to the other buttons, you'll see that they are smaller than the other buttons we were using. Easy to fix that. Just, let's see, select this and then these two and go to match size, and that makes it the same size as the other ones. And now we've got buttons. And when you open them up, you can see what the button looks like. Let's zoom in here. So we're doing this button, and you can see that they have different layers that are preset in the buttons. They have the direction button here at the top called the indicator. They've got center, which is basically most of the color, the middle layer, which is a white shape, and then the outer layer, which is also used as the hit area. As you see, this is the only part that goes over into the hit area. And then there's a border that only appears on down. So you come over to the down, so you can see the different states are preset. Now, you can change any of these that you want, but just to see, this is exactly what we've been talking about. You've got your different frames in your timeline that are the button states: up, over, down, and hit. Let's go back to scene 1 and we'll make it fit in the scene. So that would be another way to get buttons. You've got buttons that you bring in from Illustrator, a button that you made completely in Flash. You've got the button that you drew in Illustrator using images, and then you have the Common Libraries buttons. So those are your choices.
Make sure, if you're going to use something from the Common Libraries, that the way that it is rendered will fit in with what you're doing. And this can be no problem at all, really, because you can just take off anything that's going to be, clashing. If you have flat shapes in your animation, but the button has a rounded, glowing shape, then you can just take out the layer that has the effects that make it rounded and glowing.